a bit about Jason. I trained myself, just like I did this wild parrot, a master of chaos. "15 years of spiritual blah-de-blahs that were effectively useless. Kundalini. Oh, too many times. It's dangerous stuff. Don't chase it. I've taken presence into corporate bully-loaded environments, into car crashes, into life-threatening situations, through excruciating pain, breaking bones, fire Armageddon. That was a cracker. And of course, the great leveler, the pandemic. And the divine presence and the divine, which is step 4 of correct presence practice, was with me through those sorts of events. So that's the outcome. And that's my default habit, to be here, grounded in presence and the divine sparkling non-sparkle, the everything nothing, all those words that are contradictory, is here at the same time. There is no two. The neurology is burnt in. The habits are established. It's just a matter of taking it deeper and deeper and deeper. So I've been in what I define here in this website as phase 6, non-abiding, transpersonal, which means it's me, God and other things when I flick into the transpersonal space. Yeah, that was a beautiful wee creature there. Maybe phase 7, abiding transpersonal, might happen one day. Not too sure I'd want it, to be honest. The Jason guy would not be. It's challenging, and this is why this website is how it is. What did I want? What did I do about it? Oh, I found an amazing coach who's now my supervisor as well. Found a nice megalomaniac teacher with loaded full of agendas, so I'm totally against manipulation, cults and all of that manipulative rubbish. And the evidence is stacked up. 14 and a half years into it now, in 2022. That's a lot of evidence. That's a lot of writing in journals, recording the evidence so it's recorded. Hardcore, physical in life. So what I bring, state change, everybody just gone. And that's it. When anything happens, it's just like boom. And I come. You can learn this too, eh? This is yours in 5 years if you know what you want and are prepared to do what it takes for it to happen. The clarity of the structure. I've lived it. I know it works. And I see it working with people when they're doing it and when they stop. Laziness, delusion, thinking you got it. That's the worst thing. So I didn't give up when I hit phase 3A. Abidance, phase 3 abidance. I just thought I was on a good cycle. Yeah, life cycles, eh? We have the moon, we have the year, we have the epochs. So a bit more of the story is going to be from a year and a half ago, just after I think I'd invented the 9-pillar framework, which fell out of the Laws of Grace course. That was a test. I got tested making that. So it's all captured, raw, real, no bullshit. And there's plenty of my feathered chaotic buddies, kangaroos and various other things in that video course too. Because animal whispering is is the same skill set as is doing well at school or university or any study really. Using your brain. Your neurology, which is more than your brain actually. It's all three brains. My awakening came after some hard work, after I'd worked out what it took to awaken. So I heard about Eckhart Tolle at the end of 2002, start of 2003, and started practicing. I found a teacher that I could sit with who could give me personal feedback. Although this person had some agendas, so that's why the Laws of Grace does include stuff on how to spot manipulation, cults and all that sort of stuff. I listened to the feedback, and that's what's really important, because I wasn't doing correct presence practice correctly. I was missing step one, being incarnate. I got very good at being blissed off my face, literally off my face, out of my body, for weeks and even months on a good cycle. Yeah, it felt real, but it wasn't incarnate. So hence, the correct presence practice is the first pillar in the unbreakable framework. So I was in that particular group for 4 years, sitting with that teacher and travelling. And then I did a year on my own. I stayed where I was, in the wrong part of the world, in a crappy job in abattoirs and accounting practices, and I stuck at it because I knew I really had to form the habit of practicing correctly so it anchored so my neurology would flip. And it did. So at the end of 2007, start of 2008, a really, really good cycle started. And it was just totally different. It took me over 6 months to even figure out what had happened. So when you do flip over to stage 3 abidance, as defined in this website, it is a shock even when you've trained yourself. This is why Eckhart went dysfunctional for 2 years, and Ramana Maharshi was dysfunctional for 13 years and lived in a cave and didn't do anything and was getting eaten by rats. So this is the safe path to awakening. So you train yourself, you get your neurology ready. And that's why I incorporate in the neurology and the unconscious mind and all of you, your ego, your chatty mind, the whole lot. Because you can't just shut parts of yourself off. I mean, there's still a long list of things about me I would like to fix and improve. You know, the Jason person. Ask anybody that knows me, they'll give you a long list. So we're not after perfection. We're not after attainments, because as you will hear in the framework, bliss is ordinary, presence is ordinary. It's a matter of when it goes to a new layer, after you've passed the tests and you've validated it, you'll notice it might be a lot more yummy for a while. Hey, sweet. Hey? And then it's about living it in the world. I've got a bird destroying my jumper. Come back, sweet. They've destroyed my phone today. They're good at that. Downside of animal whispering. "5 years, 3 of that, the first pillar of correct presence practice wasn't happening correctly. That's how critical it is. Then there's the blind spots. I didn't want to hear it. I really had to test it because the teacher had agendas, so I had to be really careful about what he was doing because he was brainwashing my friends. When you've had a massive awakening and it just leaves you like those birds left me, it's a real crime. I had so many of those, and it just spurred me on because I knew how good it could be. And when crappy stuff got in the way, I knew I had to address it, be it with human relationships or my capacity to connect or all that spiritual stuff. It's been a journey. And I've done some pretty awesome ground-breaking research in universities along these lines. And it's all here in this course. It's in the 9-pillar framework. And it's in one-on-one coaching if you want that. And the Mastery Club. So the birds are finished panicking. You're going to come over, Scruff? Come on, come and get some before everybody else does. Look at this poor fella. I hope he hasn't got beak and feather disease. I think he's just a bit messy. But it's highly contagious. Oh, sweetie. Have any questions, give me a call. My number's at the bottom of the page. Or go for the first coaching session and get a longer session as a result. And we'll do it on Skype. Get some feedback. And help you to move forward. Because this planet really, really needs you to awaken. She's depending on us to pull through, so we don't cook her and all of the beautiful things that live on her. Come and show you Christy over here, buddy. Come on. Where are you going to come across? Don't be a chicken. He'll get bullied. What are you... Come on, come over. He's taking the lazy way. He'll try and pull my hand down. Oh, you won't. That's nice of you. Yeah, you're a bit of a chicken too. You don't have to be a chicken. You can hold presence and be a chicken at the same time, eh? You will learn to master your emotions. That's part of the evidence process, so you know it's real. Evidence. Volitional attention. I've had huge amounts of tests. Over 200 bullies. From all parts of my life. Everything got faced with once I'd had those awakenings and saw what was potentially mine. It spurred me on. What did I want? I wanted nothing less than what's happening within my psychology, my body, my neurology, my esoteric structures. Nothing less. And there's more to come. There's always more. This is yours. Because this is my story that I can share with you to help you come home to whatever phase of awakening you want. Hello, what's the cute little foot for? I'm Jason for AwakenedEssence.com. Yeah? You're very tentative, aren't you? Eh? I hope you haven't got that bird feather, beak feather thing. Because I don't want to give it to the other darlings. Yeah. Eh? There you go.